This week we're going to take the LJ and do a little comparison. 32-inch tires, 35-inch tires, and 37-inch tires. We're going to wheel all three sets. We're going to look at all the different ground clearances, and at the end, light these 32s on fire. Let's go. All right, guys, starting off with the 32s is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. So this is gonna kind of simulate a stock type Jeep. As you've seen, we've kind of gone through here quite a bit, even in the 33s. We're gonna hit a lot of stuff on the smaller tires, and I'll get you a ground clearance kind of comparison later. But so the way this works out now, you're gonna have we're gonna have the passenger tires over here, we have the driver's tires right about here, and so we're gonna be smacking these guys something fierce. So that's gonna probably require a little bit of driver finesse, maybe, to probably go over a little bit and try to hit this path with our passenger tire if at all possible, and hit this driver's side here, and then we'll get farther down the trail. So let's check this out right now. We're gonna try it here at first, taking the normal line.
Already smacking the rock.
Help if we were all the way in gear. All right. Yep, there's nothing. We're gonna try this here. So a little driver finesse. It's a different line. And boom, we were able to do it. I'm going to deviate a little bit here. I'm going to try to smack the frame rails on this rock.
You're hanging on your sway bar.
Turn around right now. All right, so as it is, we're at 20 pounds of pressure on these 32s, and we have a whopping about 8 1/4 inches at the dip. And let me flip back to the belly here. We have about 11 1/2. All right, going to 35's, we now have about 10 inches at the diff, and let's see at the belly. We have about 13 and a quarter, let's call it. Okay, we're gonna try the same line. Still hitting stuff. I'm gonna try to hit more. That's that. All right, now we presto changeo to the 37's, and we have 12 inches of clearance in the front. And the same point we have about 15 inches. right, guys, so the name of the game is getting bigger tires under your off-road vehicle. How do you do that? A lift kit. Why do you do that? So you can drive over bigger stuff. So I think this was a good visual to obviously see, but to hear. The lower you are, the more stuff you're going to run over and or hit. We started with somewhere around 8 inches of ground clearance at the front axle and ended with the 37 at about a foot of clearance. And to point out, this is the Dana 44, so it sits lower. Cheap Jeep, for example, has 33's, and it has 9.5 inches of clearance. So not too bad for the little Cheap Jeep here in a Dana 30. You can probably still get over the same stuff, you just have to be a little more strategic about it. So the other thing to note is the belly clearance. With an LJ being longer, you're gonna have more issues running over stuff with the belly. So that's why people do flat belly kits or tummy tucks, just to get that belly up so you can not get high centered. With that, guys, thank you for watching. I enjoyed making this video. Any excuse to get out in the woods is a win for me. So if you're after TJLJ content, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.